kookaburra over in the tree. That's the new baby. I'll see if the parents might go over and feed him. Hello, you. I've got the bag here of food. But I wanted to see if perhaps one of the kookaburras might go over and feed the baby. Oops, the battery's a bit low. So we have a family of 4 kookaburras, but now we've got the 4 plus the new baby that's sitting in the tree. He's a bit nervous. He's just going to watch his parents and his uncle and auntie from the safety of the tree. And hopefully, as I said, we'll get a shot of one of the parents going to feed him, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? Are you going to go and feed him? No? You're going to feed yourselves, are you? What about you? Oh, there he goes. Look at that. Let's see if we can get the shot of him feeding the baby. There he goes. And fed him. Yay! Took a piece of meat over and gave it to the baby. Well done, Mama or Papa, whoever you are. And then he comes back for some more. So there we go. Glad we got that on camera. I'll see you soon. I'm glad we got the call too. Wow, how exciting today. Feeding a baby and kookaburra calls. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. G'day guys, welcome back. Take 2 with the gold, silver, navy and teal. Hopefully you saw the last video and you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to show you this little beauty. This one is dry now. I won't put my fingers in the middle just in case there's a little soft spot in the middle, but I think it's pretty much dry. So it's turned out really nice. This was the pinks and purples with the cobalt and the white. So, oh, and the magenta. So yeah, that's looking really pretty. Happy with that one. Oh, these are all for sale if anybody's interested. Shipping's not too bad to the US. I do discounts for those of you who are overseas. If you see anything you like, just message me. Yeah, I don't charge, you know, excessive prices for them. I've got so many. I'm just wanting to move some stock around and make some room for some more. So yeah, we'll get rid of some of them, hey? Now, pouring medium, same as usual, 60% glue, 40% water, and I've mixed them 1 part pouring medium, 1 part paint. The gold, on the last video, the gold, I did 1.5 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. I've made it just a little bit thicker, because you know how the gold was doing that little weird thing? It's like separating, so I've made it a bit thicker. The silver is almost 1:1. It's probably got an extra 10 grams of pouring medium in it. So the rest are 1:1, except the white. I've made it thicker. I've added an extra 10 grams of white. So these are the paints. I got the gold and the silver from Amazon. About $54 for a 2 litre, including shipping. So it is expensive, but I can't get them in Australia, which is really bizarre because Mont Marte's Australian company. Really angry about that, but they said they would bring us some more colours in, so let's hope they do. Studio acrylic. If it says school on it, it's still the same thing. That's the silver and that's the gold. It's quite a dark gold. It's more like an Aztec sort of a gold. It's not a bright gold. I guess you could put some white in it maybe to lighten it. Now let's do the treadmill silicone, and I was happy with the previous pours result with only 2 drops in, so let's do 2 drops in each, except the black and the white, because they are the opaque colours, and I prefer the opaque colours to sink rather than come up to the top with the oil. Now because there's only 2 drops, we're going to need a really good stir and get those 2 little drops mixed in really well. So basically I've got about, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got about 60 grams of pouring medium, which is 2 ounces, and 60 grams of paint, so 2 ounces, so 4 ounces. Normally I would do 4 drops, but we're halving that today and just going with 2. Gold still feels a bit thicker, but that's okay. I'd rather have it a bit thicker than have it split. I'm not sure if that was the reason, but let's go with a little bit thicker and see what happens. Okay, black in the bottom. I put a little bit more black in the bottom because the paint in the bottom always gets lost, doesn't it? It stays in the bottom there. Tends to stay in the bottom of the cup, so you do kind of lose it. And the gold. Actually, last time I think I lost a lot of my gold in the bottom of the cup. Maybe I should try and drag somehow that I can get the gold out. Maybe I should start putting a little bit more of my base colour in the bottom, just because I can lose that. It can stay in the bottom. What do you think? So I always lose that bit of colour in the bottom. And that was my gold. Whoops. Sticking to me. Oh. Now I'm not going to change the order like I did last time and put the teal next to the gold. I'm just going to leave the teal where it is. Because gold and blue, you know what, yellow and blue make a green anyway, so I thought I'll leave the green where it is, because I'm going to get enough green from these 2 mixing anyway. I cut down on my black just by 5 grams, not a lot. So I think I had 55 grams of pouring medium and 50 grams of black, something like that, just to reduce the black just a bit. It did sort of overtake, didn't it? And I'm not going to pour paint up the middle again, so you guys yell at me if I even think about doing it, alright? I won't do it. I don't know why I did it. Well, actually I do, because I lost my gold, that's why. It was stuck in the bottom of the cup, and I thought, oh, I want to get the gold back, and that's why I did it, but I shouldn't. I think what I'll do is start doing the bottom layer like twice as thick, just to allow for most of it staying in the bottom of the cup. So I've been pouring them for 3 years now, and I'm still coming up with new ways of doing things, hey? Learn something with every pour, I really do. Still learning. So those of you that are just starting acrylic pouring, and you do your flip cups and it's not what you expect, please don't get disheartened. It took me 2 years to learn how to do, or 18 months or so, to learn how to do flip cup pours correctly and get the consistency right. It is all about consistency. So, I don't know, stick to one pouring medium, stick to one brand of paint, and just play with your consistency until you get it right. If it's too thick, you won't get cells. If it's too thin, you won't get cells. They'll be too, well, they might be really big and wobbly and all stretch out of shape as soon as you start tilting. But keep at it, it's fun, I really enjoy doing it. Dream about what colours I'm going to do on my next pours. Come up with some different sort of things to do and colour combinations to do. So it is fun. Can't say it's a cheap hobby because you do buy lots of paint and you buy, you know, glue and silicone oil and all your paints and things. So, but once you've got everything, you know, you can do lots and lots of pours. Okay, a silver. Now the silver's going to be on the bottom, which is probably a bit of a shame because it's going to be on the bottom of the canvas, or touching the canvas, but hopefully when I torch I'll get silver cells coming through up to the top, hopefully. Okay, that's done. Let's flip these babies. It looks exactly the same as what I did with the previous one, didn't it? I've got an idea in my head for my next flip, as in what colours I want to do. I've got them here. Using the gold again, I thought some gold and some burnt sienna would be nice. And another brown with some oranges and reds. What do you think? So that's going to be coming up next. I'll have a play with those colours. I think I'll put some black in there as well. And one other brown. I think that would look quite nice, hey? All right. Now let's see if I can flip these and maybe get more paint out. Should I do I don't know, more movement in it rather than just my straight downs? I'll do that one kind of down to there, and then that one. All right, let's try it. Just so because I want to try and get more paint out. Oh no. Oh, that's a lot of black. That's going to have to go. Oh dear. I'm going to put a little bit of the lighter one through there because that's a lot of black. Well, that's given us a bit of movement, hasn't it? How pretty's that? And I don't have my straps. Oh, I've got a little bit there. No, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. A little bit of movement here and there. Okay. Actually, I should have put some paint on my corner. Having the paint on your corners it's going to be tipped over anyway. It just helps the paint flow because you've got a wet corner there for the paint to flow over. There's a lot of black there. I'll have to tip some of that off. That was a weird little blob there. Okay, got some nice gold through there. It's kind of looking like it's folded, isn't it, with the 3D look. Now I'm going to get some of this black off the corner. I might keep a little bit of it. All right. Now, torching. I've pretty much covered it already, which I don't like to do because now I haven't got enough room to like empty space to tilt my paint off once the cells come up. All right, let's torch nice and lightly. I do like the composition of this. I just hope I can get some pretty cells up through some of this paint. Oh, I've got a bit of white showing too, which I didn't get in the previous one. I have to try and keep that. Now, being extra careful with my torching. I know I say that every time, and then sometimes I still stuff it up, but let me just concentrate here on what I'm doing. Look at that for minimal torching, you guys. Are you proud of me? Now this is when you say put down the torch, Julie. Because I've got my minimal torching. Okay, there we go. It's down. Woohoo! Minimal torching. Okay, so looking at the cells, they're all about the same size. The gold is looking a little bit bigger to the gold cells. So that's, the gold may be a little bit thin, but over here they're looking really pretty. Look at those ones. At this stage you kind of want all your cells to be about the same size, then you know that you've got all your consistency right. But metallics are so hard to work with, you guys. Normally you have to have them thicker than the other paints, otherwise they just blend and you don't see them at all. So if you're a beginner, don't start with metallics. It's something you really need to work up to. Okay, let's tilt this baby. I'll also tilt a little bit off here while I still got the weight of the paint down there. Get those blobs off. And now, just remember, as I always say, walk your paint. Left and right. Let your cells stretch as you very slowly make your way to the edge. Otherwise you're going to end up with elongated cells. I'm going to keep that dark corner there, I like that. Now I just have to get over this corner a little bit. Wow, that, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. Okay, so that was my gold and silver a little bit thicker. Let's put that down and let me look at it. That's so pretty. Love it. Do you like the movement in this one? Wow, the colours are, they're more separated. Like there's a block of gold there, there's the white there, there's the navy there, then it goes lighter and we've got more gold there. We've got the light turquoise, the teal, the dark teal. We've got the nice dark corner in the, down there, in the corner, the dark corner in the corner. All right, let me just fix up some of this. I need some of that dark paint to go right there. That corner's done. Oops, this corner needs some dark. So it's got the black mixed with the navy there and a little bit of silver. So that's really pretty. I really like that. It's, yeah, I really like that. And I guess just having the movement in the painting adds to the interest. Because I haven't got my usual three stripes. You know, you've got lots of different areas, lots of different colours happening there. So yeah, happy with that. Glad I did it again. But these two, I think, they're complementary, you know, and they'll look really nice together. I'm just thinking about doing something with that. No, I won't. That's where I sort of put my little tool through there. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Get my gloves off. Shall I show you the other one? Let me grab it. It's very wet and drippy. Well, this one's really pretty too. I'm just going to, it's still really drippy because I only just done it. I'm going to just get the paint off the bottom there before I lift it on top of my other one. It's still got a lot of paint coming off it. I don't know if you can see from here, but the silver, it's either the silver or the black there that's kind of splitting as it goes over the edge. Alright, real quick. It's more blue and more black. This one's more turquoise. I think they'll look really pretty side by side, hey? Put that away. Alright. Covered in paint. Let me clean my hands and then I'm going to get my phone off the tripod and show you. Do you have a preference? With that other one I did before, with the teal, I thought the teal wasn't dark enough, so I mixed some navy in with the teal, so it kind of lost its more green look. With this one for today, I left the teal as it was, so you can actually see the difference between the teal and the navy, so you've got that different look there. So that's why the other one looks a little bit more blue. It might have been the black actually that was a bit thick. Maybe that's why it started splitting. I did make my black a teensy little bit thinner this time. Blacks always need to be thinned out, I find. Okay, here we go. Just pan over it slowly so you can see. I think that the 2 drops of oil are better. I'm not getting as many cells up. So I'm getting some background, but I did torch very carefully. Love that bit of white there. Multi-ringed cells. Looks like the night sky twinkling, doesn't it, with that dark blue there. So the gold seems to be behaving itself this time. I made it a little bit thicker. It's still doing a little bit of a weird thing in there, but as I said, it's just the gold. It's just gold. It acts that way. But yeah, just be careful of metallics if you're just starting out. They are difficult to work out. So just stick to your normal colours until you've got the consistency spot on, because the metallics will drive you crazy. Trust me. Alrighty, so that's it. I don't know if it looks any different without my spotlight on. I forgot to turn it off, so maybe that's why it's looking a little bit brighter than it should. So that's it. I really like this one. Hope you guys do too. Don't know which one I prefer actually. As I said, they'll look nice as a set together. Okay, I'm going to have a bit of a break now. It's coming up to lunchtime. Have a coffee, make myself something to eat. I got to 3:30 yesterday afternoon and I hadn't eaten anything yet. I had a coffee. I forget to eat. So I'll do a pour this afternoon. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.